Let's go. All right, guys, what's going on? We're here. We're live after a delay. Our guest today, his first time on a computer, so he's trying to get things figured out. But we're here. We're live. Welcome to the Poker Live podcast. My name's Joey Ingram, AK Chicago Joey. Before we get into things, we do have a podcast coming up this Thursday. One of the podcast favorites, Ben Salsky, aka Sauce, is going to be back on the podcast Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Podcasts are on iTunes. Check them out. Search for Poker Live. And I'm going to be putting up the best of clips from podcasts as well. Those will be on my channel. And the last thing is, if you guys play DFS or watch DFS, I am going to be hosting a Sunday night show on Roto Grinders, which is one of the biggest DFS type of sites in the industry right now. I'm going to be hosting a Sunday night show. That's going to be a sweat show. And I'll have more of an official announcement for that. Let's get into today's guest. So we got a guy, like I mentioned, it's actually not his first time on the computer. I think this guy, when did you start playing poker, online poker, Prahlad?
Man, it was so long ago that I can't remember. I don't know. When did it all start? It was like, I played Paradise Poker. When was that?
I think like 2001 or something like that.
Yeah, I started, on Party Poker and the old school stuff, Planet Poker, so back then, yeah.
So he started playing in 2001. If you can do math, that's a long ass time. He was one of the original end bosses of online poker, playing some of the highest stakes in the world. He was there for the cheating thing that's happened on UB that I'm sure we'll get into at some point in time. He was also on many of the World Series of Poker main event broadcasts, doing rapping, getting into confrontations with people. I mean, he's played some cash games, televised cash games. And now I'm pretty sure you've been playing mainly live poker, a little bit of online in recent memory. And also, you've always done the rapping thing. Now you're like officially coming into the game. You got the record label. You're in love. Yeah. You got the sexy mamacita with you in the videos. So
yeah, life is good.
So we got Prahlad for you. What Spirit Rock, Mahatma? What do people know you as, you think?
Well, right now I'm trying to focus on Progress because that's like my rap name. So that's what I've been focusing on.
I like
P-R-A Progress, but spelled wrong. Progress.
So how long did it take you to come up with that? Like, what was the process like for coming up with Progress? You're sitting there like Prahlad, like what was it like?
Well, because originally when I started rapping, a lot of it was like political raps and like real conscious stuff. So it was like Prahlad mixed with Progress, like worldly progress. So I just came up with Progress. Combine them.
Fuck, man, I'm in. I like it, man. Like I said, I saw the video. I posted over on 2+2. I'm like, man, Prahlad's back. This guy's back. Check it out. He's reemerged. Just Progress, man. I'm in on that. I love the video. I have some. What's your girlfriend's? What's her ethnicity?
She's Brazilian, born in Rio, but she's half Cuban as well. Brazilian and Cuban.
I had a recent love affair with a Cuban woman as well. So when I saw the video, I'm like, man, this is bringing back some memories for me, right?
Brought you back. You're like, I'm about to get on this phone here and send someone a message. No.
Well, I mean, she does live near you right now. So I mean, hey, like I guess we could might be a double date in our future sometime.
Let's go.
So, okay, where do you want to start at, man? So, I guess what have you been doing these past couple of years? You've been playing mainly live. We always hear rumors that you're playing some of the biggest live games in Los Angeles. So, what you kind of been doing?
Yeah, I just there were some games I was playing in that were at Commerce and at the Bicycle Casino, and we had a game and we were bouncing around some different casinos and whatnot. And that was a lot of fun. That was a pretty big game. It was like 100K buy-in or whatever. So, and then, I played some in Vegas, some out there, some at Aria. But yeah, lately I haven't been playing too much poker, but I've been curious to know if there's any games going on. It seems like a lot of the games have become smaller. There's not as much action right now, I feel like. So now's a good time to do the music hard.
I think so. Sorry, do you mainly just play Nolan Hold'em still, or do you play any of the great game Pot Limit Omaha as well?
No, I love Pot Limit Omaha. I've been playing that for a long time. I mean, back in the UB days, I'd have like 8 games going, and they'd be PLO and No Limit, and I love PLO. I know that's your thing, right?
Yeah, I've mainly been playing, like, I mean, now in the United States, basically 1020 on Bovada is the highest game that runs. So I've been playing that primarily for the past bunch of recent times. So yeah, but it's not very appealing. Like if you're playing 100K buy-in live games and you're in America, you're not going to be like, yeah, I'm going to go play the fucking 1020 no limit or PL on Bovada. It's just like, it's just not very appealing, I imagine.
Yeah, live is something different. It's like the games are better. I mean, if you can find the right games, you know, it's like when I played online, like every day I would just play pros, like primarily, like every day. And that's how you make your living against pros that aren't as good as you. But then you get in the live scene and there's like, oh, look at this random guy, you know, or this random guy. And they're just willing to lose a lot of money. So it's pretty crazy. I guess the hard part is to get into those games.
Right.
And fortunately, I guess, because I've been on the scene a while, that helped me get in, I guess, you know, and I'm just lucky to have gotten into some good games.
Yeah, I feel like out in LA, it's the networking aspect of things is pretty important because you meet people out, or you meet people, you know, just through random ways, friends of friends, and then you can sort of cultivate that relationship into playing in these games because they like you, or they're. I mean, now with you, if you get into the music stuff, I mean, people might. I don't know. I feel like that could open some new doors for you, just in terms of the poker game.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my own little private game with like all the hip hop legends. I'm gonna be like Jay-Z. Check.
Have you met a lot? Have you played with a lot of those guys? Because I know some of those guys. They've been known to play some of the PLO stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I've played with some guys. I don't know if I should mention them or not.
No, yeah. Let's not say any names. Let's not say any that. When's the last time you played on PokerStars then?
PokerStars. It's been a while. I did a little bit of like go to Mexico and like see what's up, see if I can run it up. And like I ran it up, ran it down, ran it up, ran it down. I think I lost like 60 grand. And then I was like, then I came back. And then I wanted to keep playing. You know, I love online. I love to wake up in my boxers and like just start firing away, you know. So I miss it. I do miss it, but you know, I don't know. It'd be nice if it all came back, but I don't know if it'll be like it used to, but you know, maybe one day. Until then, you got to play live. And I think a lot of poker players now are focusing on the summer. I feel like I've talked to a lot of guys and they're just like, you know, if they have money, they kick it a lot during the year and do little hobbies, little things. And then the summer comes and then they grind. And I just feel like there hasn't been as much action, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's games somewhere and I don't know about them, but I've been in the studio. So it's like, I don't know. My ear hasn't been to the streets. And people don't always volunteer that information. They're not always like, Prahlad.
Oh, we lag. I think he froze. Look at this. Can we see the face he froze on? Oh, he's back. Oh, he's back. Okay, you're back in here. You froze on a funny face there.
Oh, dang.
No, I would imagine like if you have a good game, you're not like, yeah, you know what? Let's invite Prahlad. Like I heard he's one of the bigger winners. Let's get him in the fucking games. All right, let's call the guy up. Let's do it. You know, I can't imagine that's like their first thing on their minds.
Yeah, exactly. But so, you know, I guess it's a weird world, you know. If you have someone that you can bring to a game, then you're going to get in. So sometimes I have people I can bring or whatever, but it's a weird world that I don't like to get too deep into because there's a lot of people trying to create friendships and do the creepy stuff, and I don't really like that. So some players that I know that people do like to play with, I only will tell them about a game if it's like a phenomenal game and if it's like the best opportunity for them actually to make money. Like I don't do the thing where it's like a bunch of nits and I'm like, I call up the player and I'm like, come through, we'll have fun, we'll have drinks, it'll be great. Like I don't do that. Like I'm like, there is actually an amazing game. This will be the best game you've ever played in. And then they come and then another person comes and then it gets crazy like that.
It's quite interesting. You know, we hear a lot about the home game dynamics and live game dynamics, and you know, there's all, but I mean, I know there are games out there for sure. Cause for some reason when I'm out in LA, people are like, "Oh, do you want to play in this game? Do you want to play in this game?" I'm like, "No, not really." But I always hear of there's these games in the hills and all that kind of stuff like that. So it's interesting stuff. I kind of want to go back and talk about your past in poker. We're definitely, I do want to talk a lot about the music stuff too, because I'm super interested in just the idea of starting this brand and building this brand up, and then, you know, creating these videos, creating this content, and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty fascinating stuff to me right now. But so some people out there who might not know much about your past online, like just give them a little bit of a rundown. And I know it might not be the shortest rundown, but that's fine because the story's pretty fucking epic. So give people a little bit of a rundown on yourself.
About online?
Yeah, about your online, like the online poker time. You mentioned you started off 2000, who knows when, at Paradise and Party and Planet Poker and those things.
Yeah, I started on those sites, and like I know Paradise Poker was really big. I remember playing all night, playing 5, 10, 6-handed, like limit hold'em, and like, you know, winning like 5,000 or something. And I was just like, wow, like that's when I was like, I have discovered a gold mine. You know what I mean? Like, this is insane. You know, like people go to college and they get master's degree and they go to law school and business school, and everyone's trying to get like $100K a year job or whatever. And then like you just chilling, you're kind of having fun, and you pick up 5,000. Like that was, it's a moment where you realize, wow, I'm gonna be able to like help myself and help my family and friends like with this game. And it was a big moment. From there, I just kept playing like everyone else, kind of like you work your way up, you know, build your way up in limits. And I mean, there was times where I would go down. I remember one time I had $1 in my account, and I was like, I'm gonna turn this into something. And I played some cent games, build it up to 1,000. Like, these are stories probably a lot of people that just get into poker go through. Like, you run it up, you run it down. And it's funny, those same things people go through, like people do go through on the very high stakes level, exactly the same stuff. But instead they have $1 million bankrolls back to zero. It's interesting. But then from there it was like Paradise. Then I started playing maybe 10-20 and then 20-40. And then you can really win some big money. And then Party Poker at 15-30 games. But what really changed everything is on UB they had no limit. It was like maybe 5-10 or 10-20. I think the first time I played, I won like 18,000. Everyone had left, and I was just like the Devastator. I think was like my first name, and I just had like all these chips, and I was like, "This is crazy. This is crazy." I was like, "I might know something about this game. I might have something here." You know, nowadays it is tougher. You know what I mean? Like, I don't sit on the top like I used to. Really, I mean, there's so many good people now. You know what I mean? It's definitely changed. There's so many smart people have figured out, and they're using game theory and all kind of different things that back in the day we didn't use that. And I never really used HUDs. I mean, I tried like recently, when just for the couple times I played in Mexico or whatever, but just pretty much I was always just I had a feel HUD, you know, which was good. It worked for me, you know. It's like, because that's what HUDs are, really. It's like it's telling you your feelings. Like it's showing you your feelings. That's what it's doing. It's like showing you the percentage. When you're a really good player, you feel that. You feel that percentage. And what the feel HUD does that's better is the meta game and the things that are happening right now. It doesn't matter like the balancing of ranges. It's like you just feel it. You just feel it. Like a guy bluffs you twice, and then the third time he makes a big bet. And there's just sometimes where you're just like, this guy's that sick, where he's like, I'm gonna bluff 3 times. He won't call me the third time, and then you call him again. And that's, you know, just, but I do realize that these HUDs have helped people. And so I'm not just like, people shouldn't use them. Like, pretty much you should go with what everyone else is doing. But the feel HUD is strong. It is a strong one.
I love the feel HUD. I mean, you know, speaking just about HUDs, and I kind of want to get back to your story. I feel like nowadays though, people rely on their HUDs way too much, and they lack that feel aspect of things. So, and that's sort of a big thing of being successful at poker, especially at online PLO, you know, where it's not as GTO based and it is more feel based in a lot of situations. So people just like, they can't play without a fucking HUD now. It seems like for some people. And I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily the best thing is for poker players just to rely only on the HUD all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, when you transition into live, because, there's definitely good opportunities to make money in live poker. And then they're like, they don't have the HUD and then they feel uncomfortable or whatever. And so it's good to know both, the field HUD, the regular HUDs and all that.
I love the feel HUD. The fucking the feel HUD so great. What's when you play against this guy? What's the feel HUD say today? Like,
all the nerdy poker players out there are like, no, actually, you need a HUD. You need a real HUD because it has all the numbers and
This guy can never win any more poker. How is he gonna say? All right, calm down, Greg. All right, put your fucking glasses down for a second, man. Take a step back. Were you mainly you were a heads up guy, six max guy, or did you kind of play both back then?
I used to do it all. I mean, I would play anyone at any time, pretty much anyone at any time. It didn't matter who they were, and that's what opened me up to getting cheated so much, because I was like, oh, you're cheating me, let's do this. Oh, you're cheating me, let's also do this. Like, I can figure out the cheaters,
You can see my cards, fuck it, I'm gonna beat you anyway.
There's a crazy thing. I was playing the Terror of Sweden or whatever, and a lot of people know he was like a infamous hacker or something, or worked with a hacker, and I'm pretty sure he cheated me for a lot of money. But there was a time where I was like, am I being cheated? And I started calling like in crazy situations and winning huge pots with like a pair of deuces. It was like ace, king, queen out there. I called with deuces. I was losing my mind. You get cheated, you lose your mind.
For sure.
I won like $100K pot with deuces. It was like ace, king, queen out there or something. It was insane. And then I started folding to him. I started playing more normal. And then he wrote in the chat box, you should go back to your other strategy of just calling everything. A guy's cheating you. He's just like, a lot of times if he's greedy and he's crazy, which this guy kind of was, he's bluffing every hand. Like, he's not trying to make it look good. The guy made a video and posted it on the internet. I mean, probably anyone that watched it got hacked or something. Who knows? But like,
it's kind of interesting. You got to merge the cheating range. I mean, I guess you could just fold, and then just pick off all your bluffs. I mean,
it's tough. It's tough to beat the cheaters.
How much do you think you got cheated out of over your online poker career?
I don't know, like millions, 3 million.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, between the Russ Hamilton and the Terror of Sweden guy and all that, and potentially other people, So I had issues on all the sites. That's why I found it funny when people were like, when I did do the UB thing, which now was a dumb move, and I admit it was stupid. But like back, I don't know if any site is truly clean though. I've had problems on every single site.
You've had problems on PokerStars as well too?
Exactly. Yeah, I had issues. There was people. I remember the ads. There was a thing about ads 1, 2, 3 or whatever. He was working with some guy or some, the Terror of Sweden's friend or something. Right.
Correct. Yeah.
These guys played me. They were following me around on PokerStars.
Wow, interesting.
And I wrote PokerStars, and they sent me back a thing saying, the people in question are in violation of certain rules, but we cannot divulge what they did, but we're going to deal with it. And I'm like, I want my money back.
So did you get any money back from them on PokerStars?
No, I didn't get any money back.
Did you get any money back from the UB cheating stuff that happened there?
Yeah, I did. I got a good amount from them. That's kind of like why a lot of people, when they get cheated or their house gets robbed or anything happens, I mean, you're just out of it. Like, you usually get cheated and you're just out of the money. So I liked that they gave me a hunk of money, you know what I mean? And then I thought it was new owners, new everything. And, maybe now that after everything happened, maybe there was some dirty stuff going on there. And like, I wish I would have listened to all the people like telling me you're being dumb. But at the time, I thought it was a good move for me. But you live and learn, right?
Yeah. So what Pralad's referring to is, so after the cheating stuff happened, you ended up like they sponsor you, or you worked together with them somehow. Like, what was the exact specifics of what happened with that?
With UB?
Yeah, with UB after the fact. Because I remember seeing you on the PokerStars Big Game with the UB stuff, and I was like,
Yeah,
like, wait a second.
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is happening? I was watching an old clip. The Vanessa Self's hand's that's pretty well known. And I was like, what fucking year is this? Why is she wearing all the
Yeah.
stuff? Like, I'm still confused about why that.
That's right. I was wearing my Russ Hamilton underwear and everything. No, no. I mean, yeah. Now it's like, wow, what did happen? But during the time, it was like I had kind of decided that I wanted to do some type of sponsorship deal. For many years, I was like straight super hippie with it, and I didn't want to represent anyone. But I just saw everyone around me just like getting all this free money, and they weren't even that about their company. They weren't even that about it, but they would wear the hat. They were kind of casual with it, but they would get all this money. And I just, at that point, I decided, like, let me get some of this money. And they also told me I could like help with decision making. And so I was like thinking all these things, like I could like help change them and rebuild them and everything. And I saw something big, but it was all just probably dirtiness underneath that a lot of people told me and warned me about. And I regretfully, I made a bad decision. But it's just like poker. You make a decision at the time, and at the time you make that decision, you actually feel it's the best decision. That's why in poker, when people make a call and then they're wrong, they're like, I shouldn't have done that. No, you did exactly what you wanted to do. It actually doesn't even matter what they have. It doesn't even matter. I mean, sometimes you're like, oh, you realize things later because you're like, wait. Sometimes that does happen, but in general, like in poker, when I make a decision, I'm happy with it. Even if I lose or win, it's like that's because when you make a decision, it's like a million times, right? You're recreating that a million times. So that's what I think poker players. I'm all over the place with the subjects for the show.
Nah, this is my kind of. You're talking a mile. I mean, this is like the mindset stuff of what the great players have. That's how you get to a certain level. Like you make a call and you're not like upset you made the fucking call. You thought it was the right play in the moment. In retrospect, it may or may not have been, and that's sort of where you go through your thought process.
Yeah.
But you don't really harp on it for days and sort of.
Well, it's just like in court, right? I mean, they say like anecdotal evidence like doesn't really hold up in court. One story, right, or one event. So it's like if you're playing poker and it's one or two hands, that doesn't even actually tell you that much, really. Like, I mean, you're an internet guy. I mean, how many thousands of hands would you really need for a HUD to like start to really be 98% accurate or whatever? Like you need some data, right? You can't just have 10 hands and the HUD's not going to work correctly, right?
Right. Well, I guess obviously then it depends on the stats. So pre-flop raise and 3-bet or like those sort of things, you can get those down, especially like the Bovada's anonymous. So they may or may not have a HUD on there. I don't know if that's against terms of service, whatever, but you can kind of get a feel and understanding. But those other specific stats like turn C-bet or river bet or went to showdown or won money at showdown, like when you start getting into the more I guess I don't want to say complicated, but once you get into those sort of stats, then you definitely need a sample. And I think people probably they don't realize that they need a sample for some of these stats, and they start basing their decisions on these stats that have like 4 hands, and they justify their decision by that's like another thing altogether. But
yeah, well, a lot of people, they want to avoid using their brains, right? But like, I think the really good poker players, like they like the challenge of like using your brain and multiple streets and like tricky situations, and like maybe I'll bet small, maybe I'll bet 10K into like an 80K pot, and I will likely get raised, but I want to do that, and then I'll make the decision. Like you got to go for it. You got to put yourself in difficult situations. But if you know thyself, some players, they might know I'm not good in these crazy situations, but I can still grind out a living and pay my bills by playing my little nitty style, and that's fine. But like, if you're trying to be the best, you got to put yourself in those tricky positions.
I love this. Is great. I'm cutting that part out because that's sort of why I say now, everything now is geared towards bum hunting game selecting. And I'm like, man, listen, you're never going to get like the when I started get really good at the game is when I stopped bum hunting. I stopped doing that. I started playing 2-handed, 3-handed, 4-handed, like just play, just battle, get yourself in situations where you're fucking unsure what to do, and then get better at the spot. And I feel like now with the bum hunting culture and the seat scripting and all this shit, even with Zoom to some extent, all that stuff's sort of out the window, and it's something that players don't even think about utilizing to get better at the game.
They limit their potential. Like they see money that can be made, and they're just satisfied with that. Like they're some of these players, then they don't necessarily want to go bigger and better. You know what I mean? But like exactly, like if you do want to go bigger and better, like when I first came into town in Vegas when I was playing live poker, there'd be times I'd be sitting with Huck, Seed, and David Oppenheim, and Ray D, and some of these other guys that were all considered like best in the world or whatever. And you just battle it out with them, and you lose that big pot, and that's like your biggest lesson. You lose that big pot, and like you can teach someone all you want, but like until they lose with Ace Jack, like a huge pot, they don't really know that Ace Jack is difficult or whatever, and no limit, etc. So like getting in the trenches, yeah, definitely, I agree. It's the best way.
So back in the day, so you were, I mean, I get at one point in time, were you kind of like the end boss at Noam and Hold'em Online? Were you like the top guy that was essentially they played you? If they could beat you, then you're one of the best too.
Yeah, pretty much it was like, if you get through me, like you're going to have a lot of money, and then you're going to be probably the guy sitting playing anyone. Like that's how it was. It was like I would sit at 8 tables. Like, and a lot of them would be 5, 10K buy-ins, right? At the end of the day, I'd have 80, 100, 70, 30. And then sometimes sometimes people would be like, you're killing it. And I'd be like, I'm winning 5,000. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I would just battle, and it went up and down. But like, yeah, I do miss those old days of like all those like over bets. You know, I really I love the over bet. I still use it today. But they do play it a little better, and people are a little bit smarter with it. Back in the day, like they were so confused, they didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of newer players, probably a lot of people listen to my podcast, like don't. And I mean, like it was sort of before my time, to be fair. I started playing online 2007, 8. But when I played, I was kind of, I was more focused on the big games. It was full tilt kind of then. This was a little bit after UB. So I was sort of full tilt, but I was mainly focused on just grinding all day long. I was like, I'm trying to be a red fucking pro on full tilt too, man. I don't want to. So I didn't rail the games as much. But were you playing like you went to full tilt after the UB stuff happened? You played on full tilt as well too, right?
I definitely played on full tilt. On full tilt, I honestly didn't do well on full tilt. I mean, you run up big bankrolls on there. I felt like it always just went down to 0. It always went to 0 on that site. And I don't know if was some of the terror of Sweden, some cheating things going on, or just me, not protecting the full tilt bankroll. Like everyone knew back in the day, like the full tilt bankroll, like you just want it to be millions. Like you just want to run it up. Like there was so many big games. And so then you get up to 600, 700, and then you might just go all the way back to 0. Like that's the kind of stuff I would go through. Like I did much better on Poker Stars and UB and whatever. And I used to play on Prima or whatever.
That's way. I don't know. I don't even know much about Prima. I've heard the stories, but I don't know too much about Prima myself.
The Terror of Sweden was on there too, torturing me. He's just following me around.
So what happened? They hacked your computer. What exactly happened?
Yeah, I think they were seeing my screen, and
fuck.
Yeah, so it's like, sometimes I think like. Me not playing online is not so bad, It's like at least I don't have to get cheated as much, But I don't know. Hopefully one day when they bring it back, they can have a lot more like security and just beef up everything. And people should be in jail if they hack or whatever. Like Russ Hamilton shouldn't be playing golf in Vegas, chilling or whatever. Like and everyone's like, someone's gonna punch him in the face or do worse, and like everyone's like looking at each other like, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it? Like, but that is actually the good news kind of the poker world, is that it is pretty safe. I mean, people do get followed home from casinos and bad things happen, but like in general, it's not like the old days probably when Doyle was playing and everyone had like a shotgun or whatever. It's like you can just steal 60 million now and you're good. You're so good. You can like go play golf. You're chilling. You know what I mean? Everything is good.
I mean, yeah. Did you have money on full tilt as well too when full tilt ended up going down?
No, I didn't. See, that's why I didn't do that well on full tilt overall. I had my moments where I did really well, but it always seemed to come back. It always seemed to come back to 0. So yeah, I didn't get money trapped there. So I didn't have to. That was that was terrible for everyone. I mean, there was people that had Jungle Man, they were saying had 4 or 5 million or whatever. I mean, so that was pretty stressful for a lot of people. I was definitely sweating it for other people and being like, wow, that's brutal.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. These people, I mean, I think some people still have money locked up for 3, 4. I mean, now it's 4 years, 4.5 years. And I mean, if people were like me at the time, they were probably idiots and they had all their money online. Like I had all my money on PokerStars. So it goes down. I got $1,000 in my bank account. I'm like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do? I'm like, I need staking on 2+2. I'm like looking for staking on there, and I can't imagine you at full tilt. You got no money. You don't know, like you don't like. I'm sure lives are like ruined, man. I'm sure some people haven't recovered still.
Well, I'd like to take the time now to like personally apologize for like. I've apologized before, but again on your show, it's just like UB. Some people got their money trapped, and I don't know if me signing with them might have got some new signups. I was with them for only a few months, really, but I still feel bad, and I know some people got their money trapped, and I would imagine that I could have brought in a few people, and maybe they got their money trapped, and I do feel really bad for that, and I definitely made a big mistake signing with them and the whole thing. Everyone was telling me he's crazy. Some people supported me. You know, you got people that will support you, but it's like a lot of people in the poker community didn't like it. Daniel Negreanu really didn't like it. He's following me again. Can you believe it? It's a good day. I come out with a good couple songs with my girlfriend, and I got Daniel to follow me on Twitter again. Yes. No, but we were friends and we're both vegans. But then when that UB thing happened, we kind of had a falling out. It was like a Twitter back and forth thing, and it was kind of crazy. But now he listened to the new song Hazy Eyes, and he's like, I like it, catchy song or whatever. And now he's following me again. So everything is right in the world when Daniel Negreanu was following you.
Thank God. Well, I'm doing okay. Shout out to me. Daniel Negreanu's following me. friend and a guest to the podcast. So shout out to Daniel. Make it rain in the chat. It says, ask him if he remembers the online poker legend Blues Coos.
Blue
Coos.
No, I don't.
Blues Coos.
Was that on UB or was that on PokerStars or was that?
I don't know. We'll find out. Make it rain. Let me know. Make it rain from David? Is that what you're? I don't know if it could be the same person. I know it might be someone else. So who do you remember battling with the most back in the day on UB and on Full Tilt?
I mean, I literally battled everyone, like every single player. Like I played Doyle, I played Chip Reese a lot, I played Phil Ivey, I played Freddie B. You know, I played every poker player there is. Probably played me at one time. I mean, back then I'd have people coming up to me like JRB, and he'd be like, "This is the last of my roll. I trapped you with a set. I check called. You hit your gut shot on the river, and you bet like 5 times the pot." Like, I used to do that a lot. I would bet, get there with some crazy hand, and then bet like 8 times the pot. Like I used to do some crazy stuff, and like people would always come up to me in live poker rooms and tell me these stories of how I busted them with some ridiculous hand or something.
I bet you were just like that too. I bet you're like winning hands. You're like sitting there fucking drinking. You're like, man, what's happening here, man? We got $10 million on the account right now. This is sick.
Nah, I mean, I had my ups and downs, you know, like everyone, man. Online is like you run it up quick, you run it down quick, and you know, there was some big games, and but overall it was good, you know.
What's the most you ever had online before on UB or on I guess probably on UB, probably the most at one time?
I don't know. I don't want to say, but it was, you know, most of the accounts, like I'd say a lot of people would get, you know, you get over $1 million, you get it up there.
No, I don't know. You know we don't know. No, surprisingly, no, we don't.
But it doesn't always matter. You can get it over $1 million, but it can easily go to 0. I mean, that has happened to me on numerous occasions. And any one of those guys that played on Full Tilt back in the day, a lot of people have stories. You run it up big, you run it down. So, I don't know.
What's like the craziest upswing or downswing that you went? Like, do you remember what does one streak or one time period stand out the most where you just went on epic heater, epic downswing in that same time period?
I mean, when I got cheated, I mean, it was just millies. We're going like millies. We're going to have a, like, it was not good, you know? It was not good. It was just going, and I assumed it's variance or like, this is how it goes. This is how life is. I grew up very liberal upbringing. Like, things happen for a reason. And I just felt like this is what I'm meant to go through. I'm meant to go on a huge losing streak. And I didn't think like, maybe I'm being hacked. Like, if people can hack NASA military sites, why couldn't they hack some like poker site, you know, that was started by like a bunch of poker players, maybe with not a lot of business experience, etc. Maybe it wasn't so hard back then for some of these things to be hacked or whatever. I don't know. But
were you so when you went on the big upswing, is that when you moved out to Malibu, or where were you living at around that period of time?
Yeah, probably Malibu. I mean, that was a good place to live for online poker because, you know, you're far away from everything. It takes a long time to get anywhere. But you're just playing online poker, so you're chilling. You got the beach, you got the mountains, and it's great. But now there's no online poker, so now I feel like I'm in the best place now. Venice Beach is awesome. You can walk to the. I used to walk to the gym, walk to the beach. Cafe Gratitude is like right near my place. Cafe Gratitude is vegan, organic food, so most people know I'm dedicated vegan. So that was like a big reason why I moved right here.
So if you're vegan, are you required to tell everybody that you're vegan typically? Because I feel like that's like a common vegan thing is if you're vegan, you're like, I gotta tell everybody you're vegan. You know what I mean? I don't know. Is that true in the vegan? You guys have meetings about this or something or what?
Nah, I guess it's just something unique about yourself that you're like proud of. So it's like, if it doesn't come up right away, you kind of want to drop it on people. Maybe I'm a vegan. Or you just let them know, like, if we're going to go out to eat, I'm going to eat at the steakhouse. You know what I mean? Or, I don't know. Yeah. Now, I would say I've gone conversations without mentioning I'm vegan, you know? Like, oh, by the way, I'm vegan. Yeah, I don't always do it, you know? But I figured you drop it on them occasionally. You let them know you're vegan. You let them know it's a healthy lifestyle, you know? You let them know it's a good way of living. I'm hardcore vegan though. Like I bought a Tesla only after they didn't have a leather steering wheel. Like I waited years, and I emailed them all the time, and they finally told me that we have an option of a non-leather steering wheel. And you know, before they had the non-leather interior option, so I finally had an option to get an all vegan Tesla. And so that's finally when I pulled the trigger, got the Tesla. I mean, the car's amazing. But they told me it was like the first vegan one they saw or whatever.
So what's this chair you're sitting on right now?
This chair?
Yeah, what's that chair? Is that a vegan chair? What is this?
Oh yeah, this is vegan chair. This is a cheap, really cheap chair right here, Ross. This is a very cheap chair. This is not leather, believe me. Yeah, this is a cheap chair. Everything I have is no leather. I don't wear wool, no silk. Like I go all out. I'm all out with everything. No animals, nothing.
God damn, man. I mean, I'm on board. I feel like now it's so ingrained in our culture, our society. We grow up around, it's just so hard to break all these habits, and then you just go full vegan because most people feel like they can't go without eating meat.
Yeah, I totally understand that. You know, like I ate meat for 1 week in my life only when I was 8 years old. And I tried a lot of different meats, and I really liked probably every single one of them. And obviously bacon was my favorite. And I got sick and also felt guilty, and then I never ate it again.
Wow. I remember I saw a comment on Twitter when I said I was going to have you on. They mentioned the vegan diet. You're a big like yoga guy too, right? You're into that kind of stuff too?
I grew up meditating, you know, meditation, I grew up a vegetarian. I've been vegan now for like 12 years or something, but yeah, just grew up very liberal upbringing, you know, like you're a young man and your dad's like, we're going to go to the homeless shelter today. You know, that's what we're doing today, you know, and then like, you know, community service, helping yourself. You know, when you meditate, you're supposed to be like getting in touch with like true inner happiness. Cause like, I think that's the only place that happiness truly lies is within. like not from material possessions or like from relationships or anything, because like those things all come and go. You know, everything is like temporary, but the one thing that can last, I feel like, is the inner happiness, and I feel like meditation helps you to find that. And like, you know, when someone's going through a rough time, especially, like meditation can really help you. It works a lot better than smoking and drinking and drugs and what a lot of people typically go to when they're depressed or whatever. But like meditation and even just being sober, like if you go through a crisis, honestly, meditation and being sober, do that for a couple months and go in on that. That'll really help you.
Yeah, I've been thinking about the meditation thing more because a lot of people that we have in the pod talk about it. And I think one of the biggest things for me right now is just being in the moment when I'm doing something and not like looking here, doing this. Like, you know, you always, whenever you like, I feel like I walk to my kitchen to get some food, and I like sometimes walk the other way because I have like 20 other things on my mind. I'm just not, especially with, you know, online poker. I'm used to playing like so many things at once. And now it's like, I'm sometimes have to like really calm myself down and be like, all right, dude, like focus on this fucking thing and just do that instead of having all this, you know, it's on your mind. So do you feel like that happens to you, or do you feel like with meditation that's helped you sort of avoid falling into that?
Well, meditation has definitely helped me, but I'll admit right now I haven't been meditating as much as I was before. Like there was a while where I was doing it twice a day, half hour each time. And then like before I would meditate, I would do something called kirtan, where I'd like play the guitar and do like a chant and everything. So I would go in like an hour basically of stuff. And then I combined that with some yoga. I was going in on it, but like maybe I went in too hard. That's like the OCD of like every poker player. I just like went in so hard that like I've fallen back a little bit. But meditation will help you, especially to like center yourself and not think I need to get this done, I need to do this, I need to do this. You might just be a little bit more centered and just be like, all right, I'm gonna do this. It's chill. I'm gonna do this. It's chill. It'll definitely help you. But I can totally understand what you're saying with that attitude. I go through that a lot, and you even can get a little anxious or something, like you feel like I need to be doing this, and that might come from playing 20 games and just like making a decision here, so you just feel like in life, it's like us poker players are crazy, right? We're driving and we're like, which lane is most optimal?
Man, I do that all the time. Holy shit.
Like, you know, like what seat position is most optimal for myself, and like everything is about being most optimal, and you can get carried away with it, and meditation can help poker players to like dial that back. You don't need everything to be perfect in life. You just don't need that. And if you think you need everything perfect, it'll kind of like eat you up a little bit from the inside. Too much stress if you think you need everything perfect. So meditation can definitely help poker players.
I have this stoplight theory that I've broken down the stoplight expectation around my house, so I know if there's traffic here, when this light's this color, I know I can go that way. It's intense. Fuck, man, you're right. Well, especially driving in LA. I mean, LA is its own fucking battle driving in traffic there, and I'm convinced the right lane's the fastest in LA. No one can tell me the right lane is the fastest lane in Los Angeles. There's absolutely no chance the carpool lane's faster. I don't care what anybody says. Navigate the 2 right lanes. You're going to get there.
You're good. Use Waze. You're all kind of back streets and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a professional backstreet driver in LA with Waze, and just going through the most random fucking street, up these massive hills, down the hill, speeding to the stop sign, making a left to avoid going around. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. How much you drive out in LA? Do you just kind of stick around Venice, go to the beach, and work on music and stuff?
I mean, like I have a great car and everything, but like I don't like to drive during traffic. So like I just don't do it. Like my girl wants to go somewhere, and I'm like, it's a Friday in LA and it's 4 p.m. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just don't like to deal with it. I'm down to walk. I'm down. I just don't like to be sitting there taking like a half hour to go a block. I can't handle it. So that's my theory. I'm lucky that I'm able to avoid it, you know. But the people that can't avoid it, man, that's crazy. Like go to work, 2-hour drive, come home, 2-hour drive. I mean, they gotta have some good music, right? or be smoking weed in the car or something.
I'm sure there's a lot of weed being smoked in there. If you live down in Newport or if you live in Irvine or something like that, and you're working in Beverly Hills, you got to take that long. I mean, man, I'm not even, I don't even want to think about it anymore. I'm not thinking about that anymore. We got people in the chat asking about Durr. You play a lot with Durr? You battled Durr back in the day when he was showing up online?
Yeah, I played Durr before he was Durr, kind of like, you know what I mean? Maybe his name was Durr, but he wasn't the big name he is today. Like, yeah, we battled on UB, and yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know. Like, honestly, there's probably isn't anyone I didn't really battle with, unless they just never wanted to play head up, or, you know what I mean? But then I battled them in ring game or 6 max. There's probably no one in the poker world I haven't battled, like, in that era, like that was around then, you know?
Yeah.
But these young guys, I got to give them a lot of respect. The Ike Haxtons and the Doug Polks and whatnot. Like, I used to be the guy that was like, I'm the best. I would just be like, I'll play anyone and I'll play you until you're broke or I'm broke, and I will just not stop. Like, I had that much confidence that I was the best, you know. But now I don't have that, and that's a good thing though. A lot of young people, they get too big of an ego, and there's always a window of like money you lose with your ego. You battle, and you battle a little bit too much, and there goes a couple 100,000, you know? So it's like, it's very good to keep yourself in check. Like, know that someone might be better than you, and that's okay. Like, you don't have to be the best, you know? And I'm okay with not being the best, you know? Sometimes today I still feel like at times I'm the best or whatever, but I don't feel overall that I've proven I'm the best at this point. You know what I mean? There's so many other guys that have like taken the game to another level and done a lot of crazy things, especially with online, you know. I'd say now my skills are biggest in live poker now, because that's what I've been playing, and that's what I have probably above some of these Ike Haxtons or other people. Not to say that he's not a good live player, great live player, but like, I feel like I have a little something extra, because that's really where I started, is live poker. That's really where I came from. I didn't start in online poker.
So you've been playing mainly online since 2011, Black Friday took place?
No, not at all. Actually, since Black Friday, I haven't hardly played any online.
So you just play, just live poker since then? Just
live poker since then. And a lot less hours than I did before then, probably. A lot less hours. But, you know, I would try to find good games, and then, like, sometimes I got to play 30 hours or whatever, but it's like that kind of thing. Maybe play once, twice a week, but then, you know, it's a longer session and whatnot. So it's different. When I played online, it was like 100-hour weeks, you know? I mean, you're just you're grinding, and you're just like, I got to get this money before it disappears. Because if I don't get it, this other guy is going to get it.
It was fun times, man. I mean, I guess not fun when you're getting cheated and you're probably thinking everyone was cheating you after you did get cheated. So, I mean, I just imagine that fucked with your mindset and your mentality so much. Anytime you went on a downswing, you weren't sure if you're being cheated or if it's legitimate. And, you know, it probably was crazy to deal with.
It changed my game a lot, you know, because I started getting more timid. It made me nittier for a while, which is not really my best game. My best game is to mix it up a little bit more, and like with over bets and some bluffing and everything else, changing gears a lot. So it made me nittier. It made me just like, okay, I got to play tight, and these bluffs aren't working. Like I'd make bluffs and they just re-raise me, like on the river, like. And I kept shaking my head. I remember all these times, and I just feel how dumb I was. I would shake my head like, how can he raise me on the river again? Like, I was just like the dumbest guy ever, I guess. I just had all this faith in online that it was safe, because I was making money at it. It was like helping me pay bills, and I just was like, I love online poker. So it's like, no matter what downswing I took or like what hands I lost that were like weird hands, I just always thought, hey, this is my thing. And like, I didn't really think I was being cheated. I thought it was just super safe, you know?
Yeah, well, live and learn, I guess, right? I mean, now let's talk about, I want to talk about the music stuff. So let's get into that. So obviously over the World Series of Poker episodes, you became known as the guy, you know, practicing avoidance. And I mean, what were like poker reps, right? Like, I mean, a couple raps, a couple fucking battles at the table with players. Like, let's go back to that. So, how did this rapping thing become this thing that everyone knows you for as the rapper from the ESPN stuff?
I think it was like an interview, and it was like, "What do you enjoy?" And I was like, "I love to freestyle. I love to make beats. I love to like produce music." But it was always just a hobby, you know. But it was a pretty serious hobby. I would spend a lot of hours just making beats and rapping. And I mean, I have a lot of songs right now that I made so many years ago, collabs with random people. I mean, I love music so much that I'll get like someone's cousin comes over, he's never rapped in his life, and I'm like, let's just make a song. Like, I just like the fun of it. Like, let's put them in the booth, you know. Let's get them like let's just get some random person rapping, you know. Like, and so then they were like, you want to bust a freestyle or something, and then that's how it went. Like, I think maybe I started with the song "Poker is Fun." That might have been my first entrance.
Poker is fun for everyone. How did that one go again? Wait a second. How'd that go?
It's like, poker is fun for everyone except my opponents. They should have practiced avoidance. They ain't big proponents. You're thinking not just in the moment, but the possible future problems sometimes comes tough to solve.
Bang, 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 bang.
I was thinking of doing like a new beat, like something a little bit more mainstream, like 808s and just like a dope beat with the poker is fun, but with new verses. Like maybe the same chorus, but just everything dope, like everything, and people will be like, whoa. I was thinking of doing that because like my girlfriend and I are working on an album, so most of our songs are like us together and like talking about relationships or chilling, the good life or whatever. I haven't gone in on poker too much because I kind of want to separate it a little bit. You know, I don't want to just, I want to be known as like the rapper, the artist, the producer, or whatever. You know,
you could be like, poker is not fun. I got cheated for fucking millions. Kept hacking my goddamn computer.
Poker is still fun. I still enjoy it. I don't enjoy it as much as I used to, but I do still enjoy it. I do still enjoy getting in there and just like catching someone bluffing, calling super weak. I got a hand I wanted to tell you about. I don't know if I should just do it now.
Let's hear it. Let's go. What do you got?
Okay. It's versus me and Keto Fam. Okay. And it was at a game at a secret location. And so it was Parliament in Omaha. And I don't know, the game was pretty big. And I had Jack Deuce 3-5. Not a good hand, right?
Any suits? Was that a?
I think I was double suited. Or maybe it was one suit, but it was like a min raise or something. And then, Keto raised, and then this other guy, I'll call him this other guy. He called. Other guy calls. I call on the big blind because I think it was like a min raise or whatever. I don't know. But we had big stacks. So I call with a shitty hand, whatever. All right. So then the flop comes ace 10 deuce.
Okay. So up a gut shot and bottom pair.
Gut shot, and I had a flush draw, I think. I think I flopped a flush draw. So it was like a small bet by Keto. Other guy calls. I call. All right. Turns at 10. Pairs the board. So it's ace 10 deuce. This is hand.
What happens here?
I'm telling you, this is like the greatest hand ever. Like, you're just like, how does this happen? Okay, so check. Somehow there's at least 30K in the pot at this point. So I don't know.
Wait, what the hell's that possible?
No, it's a big game though. See, it's like it was really big blinds, and like the small bet was like on the flop was like 6,000. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
I'm not telling the story actually perfectly, but just it wasn't that much money to call pre-flop. Then it was like a bet on the flop call. I decided to call. I had a small flush draw and a gutter. So I called. So anyways, the turn comes at 10. So it's ace 10 deuce. It goes check. And then on the river comes a 3. I think I made a pair of 3s. Right?
So I got ace 2, 3, 10.
Yeah. So now I bet 30K. And I'm bluffing. I just figured no one had a 10. and someone might have an ace. They might decide to look up my bet, but I just figured it's probably a good bet. Should earn me some money, right? So I bet 30K, and as I bet the 30K, I felt like the nervousness from my whole body, and I just felt like this is an obvious bluff. And I'm playing versus Keto, who's a maniac, right? So as I'm betting it, I felt myself feeling too nervous. I was just like, God, I'm an idiot. I'm not smooth. I'm not the man right now, right? I'm sure you've gone through that before. You put the chips out and you're like, wow, why am I nervous? I've played poker all these years. But that's the good thing about poker is the top players in the world get nervous. All right, so I bet 30K and I felt it, and then Keto starts going into the tank. I'm like, he just saw what I did. And now he's thinking of bluffing, I was thinking. So he thinks for a while, he's staring at me. He decides to make it 105K. Yeah, I think he can make it there, right? Yeah. So he makes it like 105K, right? So other guy folds. So normally he would just fold that hand instantly, right?
I mean, yeah, he's trying. I don't know if I'm believing this story. I mean, he could be bluffing with a better hand, but this sounds like an unbelievable story he's trying to paint here. I feel like.
I just see if he knows I'm bluffing and he has an ace, he should just call, right? I mean, I don't see why he needs to raise with an ace. If he has a 10, he just calls. It's like he needs a full house, and I didn't buy it at all. I didn't buy it at all. I just didn't buy it. I thought for like 7 minutes. I was like, I'm sorry, guys. I was like, this is about to be the greatest call I've ever made. and then finally I called, and he's doing like the nod, and he doesn't really slow roll. So I was like, yes. And I spread my hand all like kind of like a little bit cocky, but not too bad. But I was just so proud, like the best hand I ever played. And then he looks at me, he was like, oh, what? Oh, I have a pair of 4s.
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
But he didn't. He was bluffing that time.
Oh, really? He faked you out?
Yeah. So he did the good slow roll, I guess. He did the after effect slow roll, good for me slow roll. So that was pretty funny. That was a great hand. And then I remember the other guy that I was at the table after that hand. He was like, Prahlad, if you're ever broke at all, like I'll give you like any amount of money, like you're good, like you know what I mean? Like everyone was just tripping over that call, like they didn't understand it.
That is a very fun hand. That is the great game. I mean, that's what makes the great game appeal, though. Great guys, is that you can call a min raise pre-flop at the jack 2-3 fly flop bottom pair, gut shot, flush draw, end up winning a massive pot when you bet call the river with a pair of 3s. I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
great game.
Those are awesome hands when you bluff and then you get raised and you like call and win. It's like so rare, right?
I was just gonna say it's very rare for that happens where you like make a bluff and then you're like, what? Well, I mean, I'm gonna call here, and then you call and you win, and it's pretty glorious time. What are you doing over there, kid? What's happening over there?
I'm plugging in the laptop so it doesn't just randomly die. Okay.
Good idea.
We're good.
All right. So when did you decide to get more official with the music stuff? Because I saw you started the YouTube channel. You got Progress Records happening here, and for the 22606 or whatever they say. So
I got my own record label that like my girlfriend and I are starting, Progress Records, but our main focus right now is just Progress and Ida, kind of as we're making an album right now, and we released Hazy Eyes. Hopefully everyone's seen the video. Hazy Eyes.
Hold on. Pause. Listen. Pause the podcast now. You're watching this back and pause it now. You're on iTunes. Pause the podcast now. Go check out the song first. Go watch out the song. It's nice. There's nice scenery. There's women in there. A woman in there. Very revealing outfit. There's Prahlad wearing a suit coat over a t-shirt. There's some may or may not be some extra activities happening in the video. There's a little bit everything happened in the video, Prahlad. I mean, I'm into it.
I feel like it's the type of song that not too many people can hate on because it's kind of chill, and it's like it has some singing in it. It's got rapping, and it's a chill vibe. Some people to smoke to, chill to, whatever. I was checking on 2+2, even on the little hater section. there was quite a bit of people that had good comments, liked it, said it was great, whatever. So like when you're on a hating site and like there actually a lot of people are feeling it, that's when you know you're doing pretty good. And I feel like most all the dislikes on the video are from like random little poker haters. You know what I mean? It's not from like music people. I feel like it's just the poker haters that like to follow me around, and it's all good though.
I mean,
but like it.
You nailed 2+2. That's what it's about. They're not coming in necessarily all the time to support and be like, yeah, like I love, especially that your song is like, if you don't like that kind of music, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? I don't like it, whatever. It's just, that's how some people are. They're just not gonna be into it at all.
The good news is my girl and I were looking at like some Beyonce videos or something. We were looking at, and there was like, we were scrolling through some of the comments and there was quite a bit of hate. So it's like if Beyonce is getting hate and she's like killing the game, right? It's just like you gotta like, the more famous you get you just get haters. You just get haters and you can't really trip on it. For a long time, I've seen the 2+2 comments about me. For many years, they used to talk about me, like when I used to play everyone, and like sometimes people would say things that weren't very nice, but it's like you don't really trip about it. It's kind of funny sometimes the things they say. They said the recent thing they said my elbows are too pointy in the video or something.
That's a joke, Prod. Come on, are you that out of touch with the internet? That's a joke. Come on, kid. Are you serious right now?
Oh God, I am that out of touch. What does that mean? Tell me, people.
Okay, so
everyone's laughing at me right now. They're like,
okay, so here's where that comes from. Basically, where it comes from is that there'd be a lot of hot, like a hot girl picture when he posted, and there'd be nerds that come in the chat and be like, oh, her elbows are too. It was like a joke, sort of like, oh, these like dork guys are making fun of these really hot girls because their elbows are too pointy. So now when they saw the video, they're like, oh no, his elbows are too pointy. Like it's basically some troll that's just trying to be funny.
Oh, so yeah, it's not a lot of meaning to it. It's just a joke, kind of like. It has nothing to do with anything. Like it's not a compliment. It's not a diss. It's just kind of a joke.
What were you were you walking around looking at your elbows for like, like what was?
I was like, they are. I'm somewhat thinner. These could really hurt someone. Maybe they're right.
You like call up your girl, hey, babe, is my elbows pointy? Like
like
you're saying things.
Like real talk. Tell me like that.
So where'd you meet your girl at, man? Because Go ahead.
What? Go ahead.
I got a theory that anyone that posts more than 35 pictures with their girlfriends, usually in pretty big love, infatuation, they're pretty into things. So.
Oh, I'm definitely in love. I'm definitely super happy. We met on Tinder, which is kind of funny because we've been together like 8 months now, and it's like a great relationship. So like, I never expected to really find that on Tinder, but but I think everyone's on dating sites now. It's not like that creepy place that it used to be, and you're like, oh my God, like now everyone's on it. If you're single, why wouldn't you try it? Like, you know what I mean? And so.
I think Tinder and Bumble are, it's like why it's such a great, like I didn't really use it because for a while I met enough women in real life. I didn't need to necessarily use it, but I started fucking around with it and I was like, this is the best idea ever. You just sit in your apartment and just meet women that you'd never meet, especially get older, you're never going to meet them. And like, it's great. I feel like if you want to try to have sex, you can do that. If you want to try to find someone to be with or to hang out with or to kick it with for a while, you can find that on there too. It's like it's got everything you'd want. I
think it's changed quite a bit. Like Tinder, especially, is like I feel like back in the day, people would use it for sex, like just hook up real quick. But now it's like pretty much people are dating find someone cool.
Holy crap! This lighting changed crazy. I'm trying to turn this light on in my. Whoa. Okay, calm down.
Give me a little no look like sock into that basketball hoop right there. Like a little sock. He throw a little like piece of paper in there. Like, look, watch this. The best show ever. Watch.
Okay. Wait.
Best show ever.
Nah. Kid, you play a lot of ball though, right?
I love basketball. I was playing it at UNLV during the World Series, and I had a lot of fun with those guys like Jason Tran, David Benefield, and like.
Listen, I'm sure Benefield texts you a goddamn 1,000 prop. Prahlad, we need 10 a.m. tomorrow, bro. You gonna be here? I'm like, come the fuck down. Like, honestly, come down, man.
I love basketball so much that I love that he did that. I was all about that. I was like, this is so awesome, you know. And he goes hard, like on the court. Like he really wants to be better. He tries, and like I love how people like poker players, they really get into things. It was cool to play with so many poker players taking it so seriously and trying to do everything optimally and stuff. Like it was cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, I play all the time. I play probably 3 or 4 times a week now, and
Where do you live? You're in Chicago?
Outside Chicago.
Right on. My dad was born in the Chi town.
The Chirac. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe you. So how old are you right now?
I'm 38.
38. How's your body, man? How do you move? Like you get is it sore? Like what? Because I mean, you take like, I mean, 38, kid. I mean, listen, I'm 31. I get fucking sore.
You get sore. Wow. That was a good one. Yeah, like I have back pains right now. No, man. I mean, I exercise a lot. Like I haven't used a trainer for a while, but I went like months with a personal trainer, and like I play basketball. I have the vegan diet. No, I'm good, man. I love sports, tennis, hoops, everything, surfing. I used to surf a lot.
All right.
How old are you?
31.
Okay, so you don't get sore yet, because
I mean, no, I get sore. I play a long time. I get sore. Like that's why I'm like foam rolling every single day right now. I got my foam roller set up in front of my beanbag right there. I foam roll every day.
You ever do jujitsu?
I have never done jujitsu. No.
That's pretty awesome. I got into that recently. I have mats like in my place right now. They're like right when you walk in the door, it's like mats everywhere. It's like, let's go. like mats, you know, just to roll on, like to, yeah.
Roll, like, does you and your girlfriend roll around together, or how does that work?
I'm always trying to get her into it. We've done a little bit of it, not too much, but like she comes from a background where she knew all the top guys, all the top guys in Brazil, like all the top jiu-jitsu guys. But like I do it with friends. Like I did some personal training with this guy that does MMA fighting and whatnot. And like I've gotten better, you know, like it's a lot of fun, and it's really good. Like on the street, if you needed to use it, if someone was attacking you, a lot of fights do kind of get into that grappling, like on the ground thing. And man, it's pretty cool how you can just put someone out with a choke or just like hem them up. Like there's so many moves. It's like chess or poker. It's like combined with the physical. It's pretty fun. You should try it. I'm telling you, you'll love it. If you just try it, it's like when you're young and you roll around with your friends and you're like wrestling and you just like, it's like the funnest time ever. And then and then afterwards you're like bleeding, you got bruises and stuff, but you like had so much fun. That's like what jujitsu is, you know?
No, I think that would be fun. I mean, kind of trying to not play as much ball because I mean, I don't know. I'm already doing poker. Poker's all men. Basketball's all men. I kind of want to find something that's more like volleyball is definitely a thing I want to get into. Like when I'm pretty sure I'm going to move out to LA, I'm going to be a regular at the volleyball courts. I'm like, that's.
Are you single? Or you have a girlfriend?
I am single. Shout out to the stalkers. Listen, I know no one, you can't be watching right now. I'm single for sure. You watching right now? No, you're not. All right, I'm single, probably. Yeah.
You're good right now, right?
Yeah, I'm good. You single? You're not single, right? Nah, you're not. You're not single. You're not single.
That's funny.
No, I don't think so. You play volleyball too?
Volleyball? Yeah, a little bit. You know what's cool? When I went to Brazil, they play fuchi. They call it fuchi volley, where it's like volleyball, but you can't use your hands.
So
you have to. Yeah, you have to like headbutt it, chest it.
Soccer.
You know,
you're playing soccer. No, you're playing soccer. It's not. How's it volleyball? It's soccer.
Yeah, but you're doing it in the sand with the volleyball court, everything like beach volleyball.
Oh.
It's very challenging, but it's actually it's pretty amazing. But you have to be pretty good at soccer though. So it's pretty amazing. People play it all day long in Brazil, all over.
What the hell? Did you visit Brazil with your girlfriend?
Yeah, we did. It was amazing. I got to meet all our friends and everything. I love Brazilian culture. Everyone's like so warm and like social. Everyone wants to have a good time. You know, it's a big party place in Rio there. It's like everyone's partying all the time. But like everyone's super friendly. Like my Portuguese has gotten a lot better. So it's like, it's been great. It's been great.
Yeah, I imagine like you. You seem very similar to what you described a Brazilian would be, where you're fun, energetic, like pretty chill. So I mean, yeah, they probably enjoyed you down there.
Oh yeah, definitely. But they're also competitive, which I am. You know, they're very into like jujitsu and soccer and like everything. And so like I definitely vibe with Brazilians, definitely.
So what's the plan here going forward with the music? So you mentioned you record a lot of songs. Obviously now you're trying to build out this music brand, and so kind of like are you guys working with a team? You working with some other people, or what's the plan with that?
Definitely working with a sound engineer and mixer, and working with, I got a guy on the keys, good friend of mine who's like really good on piano. And so, and he adds a different flavor, like, you know what I mean? Like he's very advanced musically. He changes keys a lot, and like he really gives us a good vibe. Like some of the new songs that we have that no one has heard, that are not released yet, are really have a dope vibe. Like I honestly feel like people will actually give us a lot of credit for being very creative and having strong lyrics. You know what I mean? We have some songs that are coming out that are really can touch people that have relationships. We have a song about fighting, a song about too much cell phone usage. I mean, these things have been sang about before, but it's just like we love the music we're making. So it's like we're not trying to necessarily just fit a niche. Like we actually like what we listen to. When we drive around, we listen to our songs. And we like, it's like that's what we like. So it's like if people don't like it, that's fine. But just I want everyone to know that this is a real serious thing. This is not just like, okay, he's a poker player rapping. This is like, I'm going for it. Like me and her are going for it. We're going for the top. Just like you said, the top spot. Like we got this video that's out. It's got 11,000 views in about a week or whatever. And I'm hoping it just keeps going up. The thing is, no one knows who we are yet as artists. So it's hard to get the millions of views. So we have another.
Yeah. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Oh, we have another song called Rider. Did you listen to it? I don't know.
No, you sent me a link for the Hazy. Oh, I already know the Hazy Eyes ones, but did you send me that one?
I sent you some links. I feel like you can just on YouTube. You can look it up. It's Rider by Ida and Progress. Like somehow the name got switched. Like we're like Progress and Ida in most places, but then some places they list the song Ida and Progress. But here's what I'm
gonna do, Prolette. Yeah. When I make videos, I sometimes throw music in there, and my videos are probably going to keep getting more and more popular over time. So I'm going to throw some of your songs in in a bunch of the future videos. I'm going to find I'm going to work them in the fucking videos, man. Just cause like, I want to show love, man. I don't know. That'd be fun. Like I like,
you're the man. No, I feel like the beats are bang. Like we have a nice, like my girl really loves bass, right? So it's like these are songs that like can be bumps. Like you can bump these songs, and like they're mastered by like the top guy in LA. You know what I'm saying? So like the sound quality is like as good. Like the guy that did our mastering does Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, used to do Michael Jackson, and like, you know what I mean? Like all our sound quality is like top or whatever. Some people might not feel it because they're not in that genre. Maybe they think it's too poppy, or they think it's too this or too that. But it's like we love what we're making, and like there's a lot of positive response. So we're so excited. I mean, we have like these 2 songs are released right now, but we have like 7 songs, other songs that are like half of them are almost all the way done. The other half are like 80%. So it's like we have like a big group of songs that like I swear people are gonna feel the album, and I feel like they're gonna be like, wow. They're gonna be like, he's a legit artist. Like I feel like they'll be like, and I don't want I can't wait till I have another following, not poker players. You feel me? Like music following. That's what I'm going for. But it's cool that a lot of poker players support me in my quest to be a rapper or whatever. Like there has been a lot of love.
Well, it's like it seems almost silly to not use this leverage that you have in poker to build people from poker into being your rap fans. So now they're it's not just they're poker fans of yours, then they like your music. It's now they become your music fans. And I mean, you sort of have this audience to grab from and show them your stuff. So I think it'd be a good thing to, let them see the stuff, let them and try to be a little bit more engaged with the poker world for, a period of time at least, and then give them a chance to find your stuff, become fans. And then sort of as you progress more into that, progress more into that. Bang, bang. See, as you progress more into that. See, I got shit. As you go more into there, well, now that they follow you into there, but you know, they at least you give them a chance to sort of, you know, be with you again and find you again here.
Yeah, and I'm not afraid of any of the haters. Anyone can hate on me. It doesn't even matter. I'm giving everyone a chance to like our music. Like, they can hate every video that comes out, everything, but eventually they're gonna like it. Like, we have so many good songs that eventually they're gonna like something. You know what I mean? And that's fine. But we're building a fan base already. Like, people are like, they want to hear more. They want to see the video for the next one. And like, I'm super excited about it. And yeah, I hope a lot of poker players are, you know, when you play poker, a lot of people listen to hip hop. A lot of people listen to hip hop, you know what I mean? And I have other songs that like go more in on the hip hop, other songs that are kind of like R&B and different, like we have a lot of different songs. So it's like, I have one song where I have 3 verses and I'm really kind of going in. And it's more like a little underground hip hop flavor. Yeah, so it's like,
I gotta say, I mean, I wanted more rapping from Progress in this last you know, I just wanted a little more. I don't know. I'm like, you know, I like, you know, whatever. I'm a fan of female singing, sure, but I want a little more, a little verse or something, man. I had to.
Well, yeah, like on a normal song, like 1 verse maybe is not the norm, but on this song, it felt okay. It felt right. It feels right. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a good song. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't need me to rap twice. But on most all our other songs, I rap at least twice. I got 2 verses.
It was purely selfish on my part. I just wanted to hear more of the rap. I don't know. I just want to hear more. No, like, hey, you know?
I wish we could like bump Ryder right now. Like, can you play a few seconds or something? Like,
yeah, man. Of course we can play. Let me get it on. All right. My buddy James Rosenthal in the chat. What's up, Poppy? He says, I remember playing 2-5 Vanilla Bellagio with Prahlad, Bilzerian, and Twin Caracas. And they increased blinds to 2-5, 10-20, 40-80, and I won Prahlad straddle in a pot before Caracas stacked me. You play with George?
Who's that?
George Arias, Twin Caracas?
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, I know. I always call him Caracas. Yeah. Like, yeah, I definitely play with him. I'm cool with him. I've been knowing him for a lot of years.
He's a fucking legend, man. He used to be my favorite online PLO guy.
Yeah, he was always playing on PokerStars, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
So go on YouTube and just type in Ryder Ida, AIDA, and it'll come up. It'll be the first one. It's just a sound file. It's not a video or not.
I like doing this wrong. What's happening here?
RIDER.
Yeah. AIDA.
Yeah.
Oh.
On YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, you have a tricky thumbnail. This it?
This is it, bro. Yeah, this is it, bro.
It's on topics page.
So I rap quite a bit on this one.
Couldn't have a better life. Feels so good just to be alive. Flash kick passenger side. When she don't trip on me, I let her drive. She ain't shy. Metal to the metal, she never settles for average. That's why she with me. And we some savages smoking weed, going down. The music so loud. And we cruising down.
Yeah, I got 2 verses on this one, so
Yeah. Listen, you guys want to check that out? Go to Google, go to YouTube, search Ryder, and put Ada. Ada? Man, that's spelling AIDA. Bang.
Her name is pronounced Ida.
Ida. Do you know it's hosted by it's uploaded by a YouTube
1
channel.
RPM.
What'd you say?
1 RPM.
Various artists topics is the name, but they have 13,000 subscribers. They upload a lot of random music, I think.
Well, because we went through an avenue through 1 RPM. They're like TuneCore. They like distribute your music everywhere, so it's like it's really easy to be independent and to go that route. So like, yeah, we're all independent, and we're not trying to sign with anyone. We're just doing our own thing, you know, which is cool. It's like poker. Like, you take a risk, you do a video. The video costs $20K, $30K, and you hope to get the money back. You hope to blow up, right? It's just like poker. You make an investment, you hope it pays off.
Are you guys creating any other content around yourselves or your life or the process of making the music or anything like that from YouTube standpoint?
we might do more of that, like film, sessions of creating the songs, etc. Or like, I don't know. We might do a cover song or something. I don't know. We're gonna be We're gonna be filming more. We have a website. The website is progressrecords.com, but PRA. That's got a lot of information about what we're doing and whatever. And yeah, I mean, I just hope people feel it, and it looks like they have been. Like, there's some people that have their little comments that say they don't like that type of music. It's like maybe too poppy or whatever.
I don't like. I'm a big fan. Like, obviously, I put out a lot of content too. I get a lot of views, comments, good, bad. But like the negative. I mean, honestly, the negative comments, like I forget about them in 25 seconds. I mean, I sure some guys like you're fucking idiot. You're terrible. Like your shit sucks. I'm like okay. Like I don't know. Like, but if people like it, I feel like that's what matters.
Yeah.
If there are people that are feeling it, that are giving you support. It's like, all right, cool. If somebody likes this, like, and if I like it, then really that's all that matters. And you guys dig it. You guys are really into the music. You guys love doing it together.
We love it. Yeah, exactly.
It's like fucking sick, right? It's what relationship can you be in where you get to do something together and like enjoy it to that. I mean, it's awesome. It's so rare.
And she really helped me. Ida really helped me to like. She believes in me. She's like my number one fan. She's like, you're a dope rapper and like you have a smooth style. Like some people, they've made comments like, he should be going in harder. Like, how do you go in harder? What do I need to be talking about? Like hookers and hoes or whatever. Like,
yeah.
But like, it's just like my flow is like on some of the songs is supposed to be sexy. It's supposed to be smooth. So it's a different style, and some people might want something different. I don't know, but like, I'm being me. I'm doing my thing, and like there are a lot of people that like it. The cool thing about the haters is they don't need to watch the next video if they don't want to. But they actually like it. The haters hang out. They hang out at all the spots that they hate, and they just chill there, and they want to read their hateful comments, see if it gets erased. They're probably watching it. Don't erase it.
Well, now what you can do is you can hide their comments, so they don't even know their shit's hidden. They're commenting like it's there, but you just fucking hide them. Or there is a way to block them completely from your YouTube channel, and they can't even see your stuff.
Oh wow! If you want to really go at
that's next level. I don't want to tell people I'm blocking them on YouTube, but I'm definitely hiding your comments here, fuck boys. Okay, you bring nothing positive to the comment section, man.
So you do a little music. You play guitar.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to play the guitar. I know how to play the guitar in a small level, Poppy.
Hey, let's go.
No, I'll rap in the booth, but I can't sing though. I don't know about that.
Yeah, can you rap a little bit?
Man, we haven't done a rap off here on the podcast in a long time. We got a bunch of nitty fucking people on who stopped doing rap offs with me.
I know there's a lot of artists that don't do freestyles. I was even debating like, should I not do freestyles? Like there's this whole like opinion about some artists freestyle. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, just it lagged out a bit.
Because I've talked to some artists and they don't want to do freestyles because it's just like they don't see it as helping them that much. Because like, what if they're not on point the whole time? And then people are like, oh, he's not that good. But I guess if you're Little Dicky and you got the best freestyles around, might as well freestyle every opportunity you get. But some artists, they don't freestyle as much because they're trying to be in the studio. They're trying to have perfect songs. They're trying to have perfect to them, and then release it, and everything that the public hears is a perfect sound bite, right? So like, I'm down to freestyle though. I don't give a fuck.
That's like your thing, man. That's what you got known for the freestyles on ESPN stuff, man. You want to give a freestyle right now? What you got, man? You got something in mind?
I don't know.
What you got?
I should put on a beat here. Put
the camera to his penis and put on a beat. That's what it is.
That's how we do. All right.
Puts it down to his dick and fucking let's rock it, man. Okay. All right.
That's how it goes. All right, let's see. What can we get here first?
I'd be a good hype man. Like you do a rap, and I'd be a good guy like hyping it in the back. I feel like that'd be my role. Wait.
Let's see what I got here.
Yeah. Check.
Instrumental.
Next up on the piano, Prahlad Freeman, aka Progress, gonna be singing us a lullaby. Baby, I love you. Don't go home.
Is this beat? I don't know if this beat ever drops here.
I hope so. Okay. Yeah.
Can you hear it that well?
I can hear it.
Okay. This is Jay Dilla.
Yeah.
Life be getting way realer when you're trying to chase that Skrilla, and then you're trying to open that Manila folder. And when you be chilling in Boulder, Colorado, and you got your courage on your back, and other people be trying to react, whack, and you be like, "What's up?" And you bring them the facts, cause you be using the HUD, the real one, the feel one. I feel this. Yeah, I dismiss the haters. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all be drinking haterade.
Oh.
I just put up a barcade, and you can't even cross it. And I come so ill, and they be like, "Oh, he the boss kid." And then they be saying he's only a poker player kid. And I say, you just need to realize I'm working with people like Sid from the internet. Not yet, but soon. You know, I just give you some ill to sit back and consume. Weed, Macoya, you know how I feel. I tell you the real deal, and y'all can just chill. Y'all don't even have to make a meal. Y'all can just sit back and chill with 100K. As long as you don't go broke in one fucking day. Because I learned you shouldn't lose more than 5%. On one day.
Bang. Yeah, progress, baby.
I'm not as good as Little Dicky, but I try. Yo, I tell you that I never tell a lie. Unless I'm telling them I got a 10-inch dick. Or telling them that my girl is thicker than the girls on Love and Hip Hop. I tell everybody that this is how I rock. And I never stop. They used to call me Spirit Rock, my Devastator, and everything else. And all these other people just be some haters. And I tell you to get your health up, you need to be vegan and shit, meditation and shit, and come so quick. But don't come quick, because your girl won't like it.
Bang, bang.
All right, now I'm done.
Yeah. Woo. I can't pick. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up from there, guys. Come on. I mean, come on.
Oh, are you going? Are you going in?
No, I'm not. I got. All right. What I got. Okay. I might have some.
Oh. Okay.
This one. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to
be on the podcast? Me and Spirit Rock. We don't give a fuck. Suck our cock. We're here live streaming, talking some poker, talking some women. You know me from 2+2. You know Spirit Rock from who knows who. He be grinding all fucking day. He be making money. Yeah. That's what I got.
Yo, we'll call us the two brothers with no melanin. We'll tell them that we don't eat gelatin. We'll tell them that we're rebellious. We'll tell them that we're very zealous. And we'll tell them that we do it for the hell of it. We'll tell them that we don't eat no halibut. We'll tell them that we do it so sick. We'll tell them we got 104 fever. That's how sick we coming. And they be like, "Oh man, I think he's gonna plummet." I'm never gonna plummet. I'll just tell you that I'm like fucking Bill Drummond. And I'm come back. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
Like the really good freestyles, the people, they use all these like famous people names and shit. I'm working on it. I gotta get better at it. They be like Eminem and G.E.C. and Macklemore and Greasy. This is Jay Dilla. Much respect. He's like one of the best beat makers of all time. Like he was just a genius. Like rest in peace, Jay Dilla. He made music for like Tribe Called Quest and Erykah Badu and all these people. Are you familiar with Jay Dilla?
Yeah, I'm familiar. I don't listen to too. I haven't like not super like my thing. I guess for the like the '90s kind of hip hop and rap and stuff like that. But familiar with it.
So you're more like a Dear Mama guy?
I'm more like a, what do I even listen to now? I mean, I don't really listen to, which is sad, I don't listen to too much music anymore, really. The music I do listen to is mainly, I kind of like Drake. I like kind of everything. I like hip hop, country, rap, pop, dance music.
Do you like Little Dicky?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I don't listen to him too much.
He's one of the best rappers there is right now. That's what's funny. He's like comedy raps, but his flow and his deliverance, like boom, boom, boom. He's a very good rapper. Like people that want to like be better at freestyling or anything, they should check out Little Dicky. He's got these videos where he's just going in and no mistakes and just on many different topics. And like, I wish I could freestyle as good as him, but
takes progress, man. What a fucking sick name. It's so sick. It like just progress goes with everything. It just the progress. I'm making progress.
It's a real world, you know. So it's like once people know me as Progress the rapper, they'll be like watching TV and the word progress come up and they'll be like, I need to buy his latest song on iTunes.
I hope so, man.
No, but yeah, I mean we're selling. I mean, people like it. It's got to grow from somewhere, you know. Obviously, I would like millions of views to happen right away, but because people don't know us yet as artists, like it's got to build organically and slowly.
It's like anything, it takes time, right? It's you know, you guys.
I was watching Kendrick Lamar videos years ago when it had like 40K views or whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like everyone starts from somewhere, you know, and so see what happens, man. Exactly. How's that Chicago weather out there?
I gotta be honest with you, kid. I'm in the lab a lot of times. I'm not spending too much time. I'm building up my my GTO club, my business. I'm focusing a lot on my podcast, on my content, on my YouTube stuff. A lot of networking, a lot of talking with different companies in terms of working together with them in some capacity right now. So I'm not really playing poker right now because I can't do both. I can only, if I play poker, I'm all in on poker. I can't just 50% commit to poker. So
I know that's impressive how many games you play. Like back in the day, I would like maybe play like 8 games was like that. That was okay. And then as the years went by, after I got cheated so much, I started liking to play 1 or 2 games because I was like maybe just lazy. I just wanted to chill, watch TV, listen to music, play 1 or 2 games. Like that started to be my thing for a while. But like much respect. Like I don't know how you play. Like I mean, what's the most amount of games you played at a time that you're comfortable?
Well, technically, Prahlad, that's funny you mentioned that. You can actually understand that. So I have the record I played the most hands in a day at both No Limit and Pot Limit Omaha. I played 50,000 hands in a day at No Limit, and I played was like 30-something thousand in a day at PLO. And then I also played the most hands in a month at Full Ring and at PLO in a month too. Those are like I did big prop bets around those. I played 450,000 hands of PLO in a month, and then I played 603,000 hands of Full Ring in a month back in the day.
So basically what you're telling us is you have carpal tunnel syndrome.
Surprisingly, no. I think I have a lot of heart syndrome.
Wow, what a beast. Wow, what a beast.
Yeah, I'm insane. I mean, I don't know what it is. Like it's a combination of work ethic, desire, belief, and just challenging your, I mean, I don't know. I'm crazy. That's kind of what I do now. I always have high dreams, high aspirations for things. And I always like try to aim for I don't know, my goal was always try to reach the highest stakes. And that was sort of my goal I always had. So, and then when I got there, what else is next? I don't know. I finally figured it out. So
that's awesome, man. That's good to see people like doing their thing and succeeding. And like, that's through all that hard work you put in, you know, and you get rewarded. Like you put in the work, you should get rewarded, you know?
Exactly. I mean, that's what I said when I messaged you and I saw the video. I was like, man, I gotta that's why I want to hit you up. And that's why I definitely want to get you on the pod. Obviously, I want to have you in the pod. We talked a little about it before, but like, I mean, anytime someone out there is really chasing their passion and doing something that they love and creating something that they fucking love and they want other people to see, like, I know how hard that is. And I just got so much respect for something like that and something coming out of poker. Like, I mean, I like to show support. I mean, that's just kind of person I am, I guess.
Well, I mean, I'm definitely going to support your show and let everyone know about it. I mean, you're legendary. Like, listen to like people talking about you and your interviews. They're like hands down best interviewer. Like the hands down, like the most real and like, talking about a number of subjects and like anyone that I talked to was just raving about your show. So it's a pleasure to come on your show.
It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I always try to have conversations. You know, I try to have like a normal chat. It's like if me and you were in Venice Beach at a bar, or on the beach or something like that. It's like we're just chatting like normal people about normal things that people talk about, sort of thing.
Yeah, and that's why people probably like it so much, just because it's like chill, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, plus it's like, you got Proud Lad Free, where else people get to hear about you, hear you talk. I feel like I've never really seen anything like this type of thing about you, learn about, this person who's been this, epic person in the poker world, in the history of poker. And now you're out here, live in California. You're starting this rap, you're officially going into rap. You've been amateur rapping for fucking since 2006, 2007, man. Like this is, I'm surprised you didn't get into this sooner, man.
And before that, I was just always like in my little home studio. I put a lot of money years back into the home studio, and just I was just like always a perfectionist, where I never wanted to I would always be like, that song's not done yet. I need to fix that little sound here. I need to redo this here, this there. And that kind of got me in the way of just like going for it. But the best, and that's because I wanted to do everything on my own back then. I wanted to produce, I wanted to make the beat, write the lyrics, do everything, mix and master it, everything on my own. And that's hard to do everything on your own. And what I've learned is if you really want to probably rise to the top, sometimes you just have to focus on certain things. And so that's why I hired like a guy to help me mix, help me do the sound engineering, get the top guy to master the song, get a guy I can play the piano, I'm okay, but like get a guy that's a genius on it. Why not? And like Ida, my girl, is really, I've never really worked with a woman, and it's amazing. It's just the vibe, just to be able to like have a different timbre, and like it just, I think a guy and a girl on a song is just like, I mean, it's like the song Work, right? Right now the song Work is like the biggest hit ever in all time almost now. I love the song. I mean, they overplayed it or whatever, but work, 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 work. And you got Drake rapping on it, and it's a dope song. And like I love Drake. My girl loves Drake. We listen to a lot of the mainstream music, but we also like feel Brazilian music, like the international music, and I like underground hip hop myself. So I'd say our music encompasses all of that. And so I just hope people feel it, man. But thank you so much for like having me on your show, and it's nice to meet you, and hopefully I can see you in person and we can kick it sometime. Yeah,
I'm gonna probably be out in LA, maybe sooner than later. But yeah, like I said, man, we'll double date with the Cubans, man. I don't know, yeah.
You talking to me? You talking to me? Huh? You forgot what I did for you in Freedom Town, huh?
I can't talk like that. I'm not even gonna attempt. Let's take a couple questions from the chat, and then we'll get things wrapped up here. Okay. I see a lot of regulars in the chat. Much love, guys. Remember, we'll be back on Thursday with Sauce Ben Sulsky, the man, the myth, the legend, one of our favorite podcasts of all times, I think, that we've done. He's going to be back on Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern time as well. A lot of Jeff Lissandro. We saw a lot of Jeff Lissandro. What's up with you guys? Ever figure out that blind situation? What happened with that, or what's the deal with that right now?
We're cool. We've seen each other quite a few times, and we don't hang out or anything, but it happened a long time ago, and it was funny. The first time we met after that happened, like Mike Matusow was there, and he was like, "You guys just need to like get a makeup or hug or something." And then like we kind of just smiled at each other, and it was like, "Okay, we're good." It's not like I didn't like go up to him and say I'm sorry or anything. We didn't really have that, but we just forgot about it, kind of like it was old news or whatever. But that was funny. That was definitely a funny situation that happened. I mean, I thought so strongly that there was such a good chance he didn't put the ante in, and my OCD just had me not wanting someone else to get screwed, like being so righteous. Like I didn't want anyone to get screwed, and I thought this kid might be getting screwed. And then the more comments I made, Lissandro started to think that I was like attacking him, and then but I was just trying to check the cameras. Believe me, since this happened, I haven't argued about an ante ever. I'm just like, whatever. I owe another ante. I just throw it in. I'm like, I'm not gonna go one lifetime with this happening twice.
Yeah, I you know, it was funny. So this summer I was playing the satellite to the 25K PLO, and I think we were down to about 14 people paid out. Lissandra was in it. So we start talking to Chop. And so we know it's a bunch of fucking guys. How we're going to organize a Chop, 18 people, 14 positions pay. So Lissandro takes the lead, and the entire time I'm just thinking about that incident that happened with you guys on TV where you guys are like arguing and yelling, and he's like, you know, he's being aggressive. He's like, he's taking the lead of the negotiation. He's like, come on, guys, let's just wrap this up. You know, we'll pay you guys full. You guys got big sex. You're gonna make it. Everyone, come on, guys, what the fuck? Let's just do this. I'm like, man, I'm not arguing with this guy. I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm getting live pro here. It's one of my first like experiences. I haven't really played much live. I just, you know, what was it like? It's, you know, 25K seat, but we were negotiating for 18.4K. I kind of wanted to play it out I wanted to go for the full, but I'm like, I'm not sure what's in line. I don't want to like do anything here. But during the entire time I had that incident you guys had in my head, and I'm just like, man, I ain't trying to get involved in this, man. So I took the chop and
yeah, because if you don't do a deal, he might take your head off or knock your teeth out. That's what he had said to me back then. He was like, "I'll take your head off," and then he was like, "I'll knock your teeth out" or something like that. And then I remember when I went back to the table, I was like, "You don't get a penalty for the death threats." I sounded like such a nerd in that. I was like, when I've seen that footage like later, I'm shaking my head. I'm like, he doesn't get in trouble for those death threats. I sound like such a white dude. But I mean, it was funny. It was pretty funny.
No, it's definitely it's fun to look back in retrospect. But yeah, I don't probably he might have made me money, so I'm gonna say thank you to him. So we get any more questions in here? So if people they can buy the music. It's on iTunes. It's also on Spotify, correct?
It's on Spotify. It's like pretty much all over. Like, you know, Google Play and Apple Music. It's really all over. I mean, if they just look for Hazy Eyes spelled EYEZ, Hazy Eyes by Progress and Ida, they can find. Check the video.
I'll have a link in the description below if you guys want to check it out. It'll be below. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna when I get some more of the music stuff, I'm gonna put some of the music in my videos, because I always create a lot of videos for different types of things. So I'll throw some music in there and we'll show some love, see what happens with that. And then you're on Twitter. It's at Prahlad Friedman. It's on Instagram. It's at
Progress1 on Instagram actually now.
At Progress1, PRAGRESS1. Are you on where else? Where else you at? Snapchat? What else?
I'm on Snapchat. I'm on Snapchat.
Come on, kid. You need this. You gotta get railed off here, Poppy. Come on.
I think I'm Prahlad Friedman on my Snapchat.
You gotta get these down, kid. Come on. These are calls to action. You need to get these calls to action down here.
How do you know your name?
Oh God.
I don't know. Anyways.
I'll find it and let people know. They can check it out. But yeah, man, we'll catch up again soon, man. We'll get an update. We'll see how, as things go along, man. We'll check back in.
Yeah, I mean, people that like the music, don't be afraid to like it, comment, whatever, to offset any little haters. You know, show some love. And if you don't like it, it's all good. You can show that too. It's all good. But people, bump that car, smoke a fatty, and listen to Hazy Eyes. Trust me, it's all good.
Amen, man. Let's leave it on that, Prahlad. Much love, man. It was great talking with you. Great to have you on.
Thank you so much, Joe.
I look forward to following along with the music, man. I mean, shit, this could be it. This could be like the first podcast. Like, who knows, man? 4 years from now, I mean, this would be sick to look back on. So,
I mean, I feel like we have something, and there's a buzz. So we'll see what's up, man. We'll see what happens. But thank you so much for your support, and I love your show, and I might continue to let people know about your show, man.
Thanks,
Take
brother.
care, man.
All right, I'll talk with you soon, buddy.
Hey, peace, everyone. Thanks for supporting the poker career, the rap career, everything. All right, peace.
Adios, guys.